Getting in there was Marquez Herrod. Getting the ankle. That time just diving down at the feet of Ferris. And then Nicholas came in and teamed up on the sack. A 9-yard loss in that play. That's sack number 2 for the Buffalo defense here this afternoon.
Looking at, let's see, Gartrell has 4 carries for 23 yards. That can't be right.
I don't think that updated yet.
No, they haven't been updated.
Got about 50 yards. About 60 yards total. Well, however, that loss of 9 comes off their rushing total. Second down at 18 nonetheless from the 50-yard line. Ferris under center, snaps, deep drop, sets to throw, swings it off left side. The fullback, Payunga, makes the grab, but he is hauled down immediately defensively by Brad Jones for the Buffaloes. Ends up being a gain of 2, almost 3 yards. So that now makes it 3rd down, and let's call it 15 or so from the Buffalo 40, just inside the 48-yard line. They got some big backs out there. Johnson at 225, Bell at 234. Zach Payunga is 240.
Payunga played at Green Mountain High School out of Lakewood.
3rd down and long 15, short 16 for the 48-yard line. 2 touchdown advantage for Colorado. 9 minutes to play in the first half. Out of the shotgun is Ferris, flanked either side by a running back, Johnson and Payunga. Now a flag and a stoppage of play and a procedure call coming against Colorado State. So penalty against the Rams here with 9:02 to play in the first half.
Snap. Ball starts 78 offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That is the weak side tackle, Mark Starr. He's a sophomore out of Goodland, Kansas. 3rd penalty against Colorado State.
Well, on that play, they were sending Corey Sperry deep. He had lined up the inside receiver on the right side, and he was going straight up the field. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's who Ferris wanted to get the ball to.
Here goes wide right. Gardner goes wide left. Slot left is Morton. Tight end to the right side this time is Sperry on 3rd down at 21. Out of the shotgun, Ferris with Gartrell Johnson flanking him. Draw play. Johnson runs it up inside. Grabbed from behind by Jason Brace and hauled down across the 50 all the way down to the 45-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. Brace again on the tackle. He's a junior from Spanaway, Washington. He's a native of Colorado. By the 4th grade, he moved up to Washington and just couldn't get enough of that Rocky Mountain air, so he came back to play for the Buffaloes. That makes it 4th down and 13, and Hart's the punter is out once again. Don't forget, Scott Elbritton has had a couple of bad snaps. One really cost the Rams, went through Hart's hands, and a Buffs with a short field. This one is on the money. Crouching was Hart's. Now a bad punt as he lines this one out of bounds. Now it does stay in bounds just inside the cone into the end zone. Not a great punt, but it was a line drive. It did what it had to do to get to the end zone, so a touchback, and the Buffs will take it. 1st down at 10 from their own 20-yard line. We've got 7:57 to play. Quarter number 2. Colorado leads Colorado State 14-0.
And we have a Siltahar Motors sideline report with Charles Johnson.
Zim, I tell you, Billy Harris, although he's an older guy, been an assistant for a while, he's shown all the characteristics of a young quarterback. If you notice, he's not really looking downfield. You keep saying that they're going to have to stretch the field at some point. He's throwing all the short check passes, and that's a characteristic of a quarterback who's not had a lot of game time experience. Want to be safe right now. If they're going to get this offense going, they're going to have to get it down the field, Jim.
Well, they are. They had 2 really good runs, Charles, by Johnson, but you can't just keep doing that because Colorado's ultimately going to stop it. And the only way they're going to be able to have that success is if, as you say, if he's able to go over the top.
Well, until the Rams are able to throw the football, Colorado's going to keep running 7 or 8 up in the box.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
that's exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
And they're really spying Corey Sperry. It was interesting that only one time have they had him running deep.
So maybe he was out there before, but the Speedy Stewart, Rodney Stewart, is out there at running back now for the Buffaloes. First time I've noticed that. 1st down at 10 out of the timeout from the 20-yard line. 7:57 to play in quarter number 2. 14-0 Colorado.
If he ever gets in the open, you know why his name's Speedy.
Well, he'll show it. There is a reason they called him Speedy Gonzalez, because he was fast, and that's what Rodney Stewart is. Inside handoff. He's got room running. Here we go. 30, 35-yard line. He's hammered down across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. There was a small hole, but when you're nicknamed Speedy, you don't need a lot of room. Pagnotta is there on the tackle. A gain of 16 yards.
You know, amazing. Darryl Scott comes in here with all the publicity, and I think he's going to be a great running back.
Yep.
Stewart was sort of an afterthought. They were recruiting a linebacker named Rippey out in Ohio, and he told them all about Stewart and Columbus.
First down and 10 for the 36 for the Buffaloes now. Moving from left to right. Hawkins out of the shotgun. Sets to throws. He drops, looking for the screen. Throws it right side. Deflected in the air, and is picked off by Horenik. Horenik deflected it up in the air and made the catch, and Hawkins made the tackle. And here's the first mistake for the Buffaloes. And now Colorado State has it first down and 10 at the Colorado 24-yard line. Hawkins looking to set the screen up to dump it off to Stewart over the middle, and it was deflected in the air. And I think Horenik got a hand on it, and then kind of caught it himself. The interception by the senior from Atwood, Kansas.
Now the deflection was, can't find it.
Well, Horenik got the pickoff. Maybe we'll see a replay here and be able to tell you who made the deflection, but Horenik was right there, went straight up in the air. Here they come, the Rams now. First down at 10 for the Buff 24. This could be a turning point of the game. Ferris turns, hands off the Bell, right side. He's got some room, and he high steps his way inside the 25 down to the 21-yard line. So it ends up being a pickup of about 4 yards or so for the Buffaloes. Making the stop with 7:15 to play in the first half was Maurice Lucas.
Severo Johnson is the one who made that the tip.
All right.
I was looking for number 33 down around the linebackers, but he's got a 33 and he plays defensive tackle. Severo Johnson, junior college transfer from Laney College.
Timeout, Colorado State. That's our second timeout of the half.
So the Rams want to talk this one over. Hey, visit Qdoba Mexican Grill today. And I'll tell you about Qdoba when we come back here. We'll give them an extra plug. 7 minutes to play in the first half. 14-0. Buffs lead the Rams, but Colorado trying to capitalize on a Colorado mistake as the sunshine comes out once again here at Invesco Field at Mile High. Timeout now, the Colorado Football Network.
CU Buffs, News Radio 850 KOA.
7 minutes to play, 14-0 Colorado. Second down at 7 for the Buff 21 now, the Rams after the turnover. Ferris out of the shotgun, flank to his left by Bell. Slot right, slot left. Waist-high snap. Ferris retreats, sets. Here comes pressure. Rifles over the middle, wide open. Morton, end zone, touchdown Rams. Dion Morton got behind the secondary of Chappelle Brown. It was wide open. Running the post pattern. Morton the catch. And the Rams have finally tucked some points on. 14-6 as the Buffaloes turnover ends up being costly, and the Rams have scored their first points.
Well, that was just a post, and he was wide open. He had two guys going downfield with him, but just had him beat. Now we'll see the line try the extra point.
Yeah, the line out for the extra point for the Rams. Snap, bad snap, put down, kick is up, however. Nice job by the holder Openier to get that one down. It's up and good, and that makes it 14-7 now with 6:53 to play in the opening half of football here at Invesco Field at Mile High. By the way, visit Qdoba Mexican Grill today and try the seasoned shredded pork. It's slow roasted for 6 hours. Switch things up. Try our fork tender extra lean pork in your favorite Qdoba dish today. Visit Qdoba.com for a location near you. Why don't we get some of those free ones in here? Why? Alan Jackson, work on that. Get them in here.
Well, Colorado's turnover, the ball tipped in the air, and by Johnson, Severo Johnson, and then taken down by Harnack at the 24-yard line, and so turnovers are even now. 24 yards in 2 plays for the Rams. Ferris throwing to Dion Martin for 21, and the extra point added by DeLine. That makes it 14-7.
All right, so the Buffs for the first time in this game. Well, after the opening kickoff, out now for a kickoff return. And back to return, we've got Demetrius Sumler and Josh Smith for the Buffaloes.
And DeLine will be doing the kicking off as well, because Jason Smith was the guy who did it all for him.
So the ball is teed up near hash mark, kicking from right to left at the 30-yard line for DeLine. He had a father who kicked for CSU, and it was an uncle for the Buffs, right?
Right, Dave DeLine.
6:53 to play. 14-7. It's a worm burner upfield taken by Smith as he scoops it up like a middle infielder at the 7 across the 10, 15, 20. Sidestep defenders running at the 30. He's got room. 40. He's got it 50, 45. He's going all the way. Look out. Here comes Josh Smith. 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown Colorado. 93 yards. And how about that for the Buffaloes? 20-7 here at Invesco Field.
That's got to be the first kickoff return for a touchdown in a while. You know what? And I saw, when you see number 1, reminds me of Ben Kelly, who used to do it about every week.
I'll tell you what, Josh Smith, I've said this a number of times leading into this season. He is a star in the making of the Big 12 Conference. He has got flair, he has got speed, and he has got a 93-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Extra point as the kick is up, and it is good. 21-7 Colorado. 93-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Josh Smith. How about that?
I'll take it.
6:41 the time of the score, so that was about a 12-second run from kick to return. He got some great blocks in there, by the way, and just found his seam right up the middle. Had to really make one man miss, and then the kicker, the line was out there, and he made an attempt as kickers do, but somebody got a body on him to slow him up just enough, and you're not going to catch Smith from behind.
All right, the last kickoff return for a touchdown was in 2003. That was a year before you came, Mark.
Yep.
So I'm the one who should remember that. Jeremy Bloom, 88 yards against Kansas State in Manhattan.
There you go.
Unfortunately, that's about all they did that day.
I know there's been a couple of punt returns in
Yeah.
my 4+ seasons now with the Buffs. But that's the first kickoff return. Yeah, I guess if there was a guy recently who was going to do it, Bloom would have been the guy. By the way, he was cut the other day.
Yeah.
He was with, what, the Eagles?
Eagles.
Yeah.
Said he's going back to, no, he was with the Steelers.
Steelers, there you go. Thank you.
He said he's going back to skiing.
21-7 Colorado. 93-yard kickoff return by Josh Smith. Bloom had a big return against Colorado State a few years ago.
It was a pass catch. He caught a long pass.
Thank you. You're correct. That's right.
And it set up the winning touchdown.
21-7. Buffaloes now with a 2-touchdown lead. Mosier and Myers again back to return. Jamison Davis with a sky kick this time, very high. Coming up into taking is Mosier at the 11-yard line, 15-20. Now he's got room to run. Breaks a couple of tackles. Only man back now is the kicker. Running, chasing him down. Davis. Mosier now running at the 25, at the 20, 15, 10, 5, ties in. Touchdown. Are you kidding me? An 89-yard return after the 93-yard return by the Buffaloes. Back-to-back kickoff returns. 21-13 Colorado. And how about that for the Rams to grab the momentum and pull it back on their side of the field?
Mark, I don't know that I've ever seen that.
I know I haven't. I know I have never seen that.
And the last kickoff return against the Buffaloes was by Sammy Moore of Washington State in Boulder, September 13th, 2003, 97 yards.
Holy cow. We got 6:27. Extra point by the line is something good. 21-14. 6:27 to play in the second quarter. And know that old line about and there was a fight and a hockey match broke out. This has been a football game and a track meet has broken out. 21-14 Colorado. You have got to be kidding me.
Man, oh man.
Tell you what, you're a special teams coach, Kent Riddle for the Buffs. You go from the highest mountain peak to the lowest valley right there. Feeling good about your special teams, and you let them return one on you. Gardner McKay and Jamison Davis were out chasing from behind.
How much was that short kickoff? I'm not sure that was meant to be, but when you can feel that ball up around the 20, 22-yard line as he did.
Well, you get a running start.
You got not only a running start, but your kickoff team coming down doesn't have a chance to converge.
So Demetrius Selmer and Josh Smith are back to return. What did Yogi Berra say? Is deja vu all over again? We got 6:27 to play in second quarter here at Invesco Field at Mile High. West Rocky Mountain Showdown. Holy cow. 93 and 89-yard kickoff returns on back-to-back plays. Still at the line to kick this one off again. Now it's Josh Smith's turn once again, huh? The line puts the foot to it from right to left. Low kick. This one back into the end zone. Smith about 5 yards deep. Here he comes again. 5, 10, 15-yard line. Runs over a man and pushes his way out to about the 21, almost the 22-yard line. We'll call it 21. Ends up being about a 26-yard return. Smith taking a chance, but he got it past the touchback area. Jake Belushi is there in the tackle for Colorado State.
Well, Colorado's offense right now needs to move the football and bring some order back to this football game. And this whole thing started with a tip pass on a screen pass. It went straight up in the air, and Colorado State got it down on the above 24-yard line.
Here comes the Colorado offense. First down at 10 for the 21-yard line. Ball right hash mark, moving left to right. Hawkins out with a shotgun flank either side by a running back. Takes a snap. Inside handoff. Darting around the right side across the 25-yard line is Stewart. He is hauled down. Kubiak was there along with Oppenir. For the Colorado State Rams, a gain of 6 yards by Rodney Stewart. Speedy Stewart for the Buffaloes. Maurice Cantrell out at fullback now. He comes running off the field. Replacing him is Ryan Dehan. He's a youngster, freshman out of Poway, California, out there lining up H-back right. Second down and 4 from the 27-yard line. Hawkins looks to the sideline for the call, for the play call. Both tackles turn now are barking out instructions. Hawkins steps back out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Handoff to Stewart once again. Hit in the backfield. Steps out of it. Runs to his right. 30, 35-yard line. Dives forward across the 35. Out to this 37. Almost the 38-yard line. Nice pickup of 11 yards after the broken play. First down for Colorado. Zim, there is no substitute for speed.
None.
And it was Speedy Stewart's giddy up and go that got him that 11 yards there.
Well, he's going to be a spot player for him, and tell you what, if he keeps that up, he might be in there all the time.
You're right. We have seen Darrell Scott a handful of times. He's got one carry, picked up about 5 or 6 yards on it. First down at 10 to the 38. 5:20 to play. Buffs on top, 21-14. Shotgun snap bobbled by Hawkins under pressure now. Just whips this one on the bounce on the far side. Nearest man out there was Scotty McKnight. And so a broken play.
Yeah, Wade Landers was right up there around Cody, so he did the wise thing of getting rid of it.
Let's go ahead and quickly pause 10 seconds now for station identification. This is the Colorado Football Network.
Colorado Buffaloes Football 2008 with Mike Johnson and Larry Zimmer. News Radio 850 KOA. Denver, Colorado.
Second down at 10 to the 38.
That's their third and final timeout of the half.
And the Rams called a timeout with 5:12 to play in quarter number 2. 21-14 is their score. In case you're just joining us, the Buffaloes and Rams were scoreless in the first quarter. Colorado then on a
That's a 30-second timeout.
58-yard drive inside 2 minutes of time of possession, scoring on a 36-yard reception from Hawkins to McKnight to make it 7-0. Then the Buffs came back on a 1-yard run after a bad snap went through the hands of Hartz, the punter. His hands, it was recovered on the 5-yard line. Buffs just shove it in the end zone on a quarterback keeper from 1 yard out to make it 14-0. Then Colorado State scored after the Buffs had one picked off. It was a screen pass deflected in the air. Herenick came away with it. A 21-yard reception by Deion Morton, 14-7. The Buffs then on a 93-yard kickoff return by Josh Smith, 21-7. The ensuing kickoff went 89 yards the other way on Mosier's kickoff return to make it 21-14. Second down at 10 from the 38. Buffs moving from left to right. Ball right hash mark. Hawkins out of the shotgun flank either side by a running back. Takes the snap. Fakes the inside handoff. Swinging out on the far side. Receiver screen as Patrick Williams makes his first catch. Tried to step back, but a nice job defensively. Charging in is Jake Belushi, the backup strong safety, to make the grab. Ends up being no gains, maybe a yard pickup or so. That brings up third down, and let's call it 10. 4:52 to play in this second quarter. 21-14 Buffaloes.
David Platty feels that he doesn't think that's ever occurred in CU history.
What's that, back-to-back?
Back kickoff return. He would know.
Third down at 10. The Buffs 0 for him. Third down conversions. Fakes the inside handoff. Hawkins steps up in the pocket, rifles it downfield. Catch by Williams to the 48 inside Ram territory. Turns and works his way inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. There, Herenick is on the tackle, the linebacker for Colorado State. First down for the Buffaloes, and that's the first third down conversion of the game. A gain of 19 yards.
Mark, if Dave Platty says it, I believe it.
Yeah, he is the oracle. I mean, he has been around, seen it all.
I know I haven't seen it here. I don't think I've seen it anywhere.
I don't think so either. First down at 10 now for the Ram 44-yard line. Buffalo's left hash mark. Play action. Hawkins sets to throw. Looks left. Now works to his right. Delivers to his right. Catch at the 43 is made by Patrick Williams. And he is hauled down immediately. Horenik again is there. No gain on that play. Horenik getting a little bit of help on that play defensively by Ricky Brewer. And so it's 2nd down and 10 now for Colorado.
That was an afterthought. He wanted to go left to Josh Smith, but Josh was pretty well covered by Brandon Owens over there. He's, talk about young cornerbacks. Brandon is from Bakersfield, California, freshman, redshirt freshman.
2nd down, we'll call it 9. Inside 4 to play. Bust by a touchdown. Ball right hash mark. Shotgun snap to Hawkins. Inside handoff to Demetrius Sumner. Left side. Pushes Ryan Miller out of the way. The tackle, and then works his way across the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. Gain of 5 yards and a carry by Demetrius Sumner. That makes it 3rd down and about 4.5 to go. And make sure you check out the Colorado Buffs page on 850KOA.com. It's full of interviews, behind-the-scenes videos, unforgettable radio clips in the Buffs audio rewind. It's all at CU Buffs page at 850KOA.com. 3rd down and 6 from the 40. Buffs just converted their first 3rd down a moment ago. Shotgun snap to Hawkins. Steps up in the pocket. Low pass left side. Scotty McKnight comes down and tries to trap it. Does not make the catch. Mike Pagnotta, the safety, was right there. And so that brings up 4th down and about 6 yards to go for Colorado. 3:02 to play in the first half. 21-14 Buffaloes. Well, I don't know. We just got to look at the replay there. Awful close call. And the official behind McKnight came in and made the call. Now, might this one be reviewed? I'm not sure, and yes, it is going to be reviewed.
Yeah, it's going to be reviewed.
Previous play is under review.
I think he caught it.
Ryan Johanningmeyer spotted the former Buff sitting right next to us looking at the monitor saying, you know what, one of the angles shows it going through his hands, in between his legs, and then bounced off the turf back into his hands. So
I trust Ryan.
And again, under the circumstances, it would have to be overturned, and so they'd have to have, a very clear view of it to make that call. 3:02 on this 2nd quarter clock. 21-14. Buffs over the Rams. Coming up at halftime, we'll check out the scores. And on a day like this, let's see, there was only one major college game I know of today. That was the battle for the Commonwealth between Kentucky and Louisville. We'll get an update on that one. Recap what went down in the Big 12 yesterday. It was a good opening weekend for the Big 12, save for Baylor and Texas A&M.
Right.
We'll run down the first half highlights.
How about Georgia? 45-21 over Georgia Southern, and I was really surprised SC clobbered Virginia the way they did.
Well,
after review, the play stands as called on the field.
Yeah, not a surprise there. So incomplete. That brings up 4th down and about 6 to go now from the Rams' 40-yard line.
That was 52-7.
How about the Michigan loss for the 2nd year in a row in the opener? This time it's not Lloyd Carr, it's Rich Rodriguez, and it wasn't Appalachian State, it was Utah. But still at the big house, season opening losses for Michigan 2 years in a row.
They're going.
4th down and 6. The Buffs last season on 4th down with 13 of 26. Hawkins out of the shotgun. Flank to his right by a running back. Takes a snap, retreats, sets, looks to his right, delivers out there. Catch is made by Patrick DeVenny, and it is a 1st down, a gain of 7 yards. DeVenny on the catch. The tackle by Clint Kubiak. And Patrick DeVenny, the former quarterback, the junior out of Roseville, California, makes just his 2nd career reception, and it's a 1st down for Colorado.
He had a sensational spring with Ryer Gear on suspension and not on the team in the spring. And, of course, with Gear now hurt, DeVenny's playing.
1st down and 10 now for the Rams, 31-yard line, moving from left to right. Ball right hash mark. Again, the no-huddle offense. Everyone now stands up, looks to the sideline to take the calls from the quarterbacks relaying in the plays. Hawkins out of the shotgun, down to 4, down to 3, takes a snap, inside handoff to Speedy Stewart. He runs forward, ball pops loose, and it's covered up by Colorado State, and coming up with it is Jake Galusha. Stewart got hit in the pile, it popped out, and Galusha covered it up, and the Buffs turn the ball over for the 2nd time in this contest here in the first half. 21-14 Colorado, 2:25 to play in the 2nd quarter.
That was Matt Rupp that got in there, but
Michael Sisson, the Sam linebacker, also stuck his hand in there. And then Pagnotta, Galusha, covered up the football. And so the Rams take over, 1st down at 10 from the 27-yard line.
That's the problem with a freshman.
He got in there and didn't have tight handle on that football. 1st down at 10 for the 27. Johnson, the lone setback. Kayunga now shifts from tight right to fullback. Ferris under center of the snap. 5-step drop, sets. Swing pass off. Johnson to catch the 25. He's hit around the ankles at the 27-yard line by Ryan Walters. Momentum takes him out across the 30 to about the 31. A gain of 3, make it 5 yards. I beg your pardon on the play. We'll call it 4, actually.
We'll tell you that the scores have been brought to you. The Verizon Wireless calls around the nation. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
I keep making sure I don't say Cortland Johnson every time Gartrell touches a ball.
Saw Cortland Friday.
Yeah, that's right. He was in town. 2nd down and 6 from the 31. We got 2 minutes to play in the first half. Buffs on top by a touchdown. Split backs now behind Ferris under center. Senior turns, hands off to Gartrell Johnson. Left side, gets a crushing block for the fullback. Works his way forward as he breaks the tackle of DJ Dykes. And then worms his way across the 35-yard line to the 36. Gain of 5 yards, so it'll be about a yard to go for the first down. 3rd down and 1. Michael Sapili is there on the tackle for the Buffaloes. Sapili, good to have the big middle linebacker back. The sophomore out of Honolulu, Hawaii, did not play a year ago. He was suspended. 6'1", 255 pounds, a big physical presence in the middle. 3rd down and 1 from the 36. The Rams are 0 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. Movement on the front. Now Ferris steps up and changes the play at the line of scrimmage. 2 tight ends to the right side. Ferris turns, hands off Johnson. Right side, breaks 1 tackle, still on his feet, runs over the top of Sapili and picks up the first down as forward momentum takes him out to the 39-yard line. Again, 3, almost 4 yards. Jeff Smart is finally there to clean it up, but it is a first down for CSU with 1:06 to play in the first half. 21-14 Buffaloes. We've had 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns. 93-yarder for the Buffaloes by Josh Smith. And then John Mosier on the ensuing kickoff took it 89 yards for the Rams for a touchdown.
CSU does not have any timeouts remaining.
First down at 10 for the 39. Ball right hash mark under center. Ferris retreats to the 30. Here comes pressure. Rears back. Rifles it downfield. Deion Morton high in the air. Makes the grab in front of the safety. DJ Dykes, who hauls him down at the 42-yard line inside Buff territory. Nice double-digit pickup of 19 yards for Colorado State. Now there's 40 seconds remaining and not nearly as much urgency now. Ferris is going to spike this one, he says. Takes a snap, and he does spike it to stop the clock with 33 seconds remaining, and the Buffs on top by a touchdown.
Tell you, Colorado State's got to feel pretty good going to the locker room 7 points down.
Oh, jeez. The Buffs, in many respects, have really outplayed them. It's 184 total yards for the Buffaloes, 106 for the Rams. 69 yards rushing for Colorado. It's 42 yards with some losses for the Rams.
2 turnovers for Colorado, and the Rams, of course, had 1.
2nd down at 10 for the 42. Inside Buff territory. Rams moving from right to left. Shotgun snap to Ferris. Senior backpedals. Sets up his all kinds of time. Throws it over the middle. In and out of the hands of Morton. He heard footsteps from behind because Ryan Walters, who hits like a Mack truck, and Chappelle Brown were bearing down on him quickly. Incomplete pass. 28 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Sperry is John coming back to the huddle. He felt he was open over on the right side. Never looked over there.
Well, if you've got a more experienced quarterback, as the Rams did in Haney the last few years, you might have found it. But you got a guy out there making his first career start. 3rd down at 10 now for the 42. Out of the shotgun is Ferris, flanked either side by a running back. Takes a snap, waist high, backpedals, sets to throw, delivers down to seam right side. It is picked off by Ryan Walters, running to his right at the 40, has a blocker in front at the 45, the 50, and he's hauled down by Deion Morton from behind as he penetrates inside Ram territory with 16 seconds remaining, and another shift of momentum here at the Quest Rocky Mountain Showdown. That takeaway brought to you by Outback Steakhouse, reminding you to take advantage of their curbside takeaway service at any Outback Steakhouse. Outback, no rules, just right. A 28-yard return by Ryan Walters after having 1 pick a year ago. He comes up with 1 tonight here at the Rocky Mountain Showdown.
They're going to mark it up at the 49-yard line of Colorado State. Now the Buffs have their timeouts. They only have 16 seconds. So they can try to work that ball down the field and at least get 3. There comes a flag.
Illegal substitution on the offense, breaking the sideline huddle with 12 players. It's a 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's another penalty against the Buffaloes today, and they've got
Hawkins is not happy about that.
That's 5 penalties against Colorado. Rams defense playing deep. Shotgun snap to Hawkins. Sets to throw. Now steps up in the pocket, running to the near sideline. Swing it out of bounds on the near side with 1 second remaining. And now the clock just went to 0. They should have 1 second left on the clock as that ball went out of bounds. Are they going to give it to him or not?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. So the half has come to an end on the interception by Ryan Walters as Deion Morton had fallen down. Buffs will take the kickoff here to start the ball game. And DeLine will kick this one off as he has it teed up to the 30-yard line off to a right. Josh Smith is back to return for the Buffaloes along with Demetrius Sumler. Of course, Smith already with that 93-yard kickoff return. You know, it's interesting walking around the press box here. Jim, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a long time. Platty has been around, of course, forever. Talked to Joe Myers and Dave Lapham, the two guys that are doing the television broadcast. Talked to the CSU broadcast. Nobody has ever seen back-to-back kickoff. Near we can figure it's maybe at a high school game someplace.
Yeah.
but
I'm sure it's happened, Mark.
It probably has. But it's interesting with all the years that we've all been doing this, no one's ever seen it. The line kicks this one high in the air. Sumler over, a bigger part. It is Smith. Takes it off the run at the 10, 15, 20, 25. Look out. Here we go again. 45, 50. And he gets hit around the ankles. A diving stop for Colorado State. And coming in from behind is Ivory Hurd, who made a diving stop around the ankles. And if not for that, Smith would have returned a second one. This one for 45 yards inside Colorado State territory. And the Buffaloes have it first down at 10 for the Rams 45. And something tells me Josh Smith is going to be fun to watch for the next 3 years on special teams and as a wide receiver for the Buffaloes.
Well, if you got to hand, there's a couple injuries on this play. There's one down there, and let's see, John Clark limped off. He was down there, but if the line hadn't gotten in the way, and then Smith had a sort of slow down for him, he would have gone all the way.
Yeah, Ivory Hurd, the line just kind of got out there, just got in Smith's way, as Jim said, and then Ivory Hurd from behind dove with the ankles and knocked him down.
The other injury over there is, looks like, it's either Amadeus Waters or Jonathan Gay.
Here come the Buffaloes on offense.
There are 225s, man.
Yeah, 225s out there. Total yardage 137 for Colorado State, $186 for the Buffaloes. Hawkins out of the shotgun, first down at 10 for the 45 inside Rams territory. After that 45-yard return by Josh Smith. Inside handoff to Sumler. He runs it up inside, grabbed from behind and hold down. And come off the defensive left side is Mike Pagnana, the outstanding strong safety for the Rams, making a stop, a gain of 3 yards, second down, and a short 8, long 7, forthcoming for Colorado.
The injured player for Colorado State was Amadeus Waters.
It's a great name, isn't it?
It is.
Amadeus Waters.
Mozart would love it.
Rock me Amadeus. Second down and 8. Hawkins again on the shotgun, takes the waist high snap, retreats, does a sophomore. Now he's flushed forward, the pocket running. Grab from behind, he slides down just as Tommy Hill was getting him from behind. Ricky Brewer came up from his linebacker position. And Hawk slid down in front of him, gain of 3 yards. That brings up third down and 5 now for the Buffaloes. Third down conversions not a strong suit for either team in the first half. Buffs were 1 of 4. The Rams were 1 of 7 in the first 2 quarters.
One of the things that we said as a key was Colorado was going to have to run the ball. They have not really been able to do that.
Third down and 5 for the 40. Shotgun snap to Hawk again. Set to throw. Looks left, delivers left. First down. Reception is made by Patrick DeVenti as he watched that ball right into his hands. Curls around and snakes his way down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 yards and a first down for Colorado. Ricky Brewer, the weak side linebacker, is there once again on the tackle for Colorado State. With the Buffs now rocking and rolling offense after that outstanding opening kickoff by Josh Smith.
Boy, there was a battle going on there between Tommy Hill and Devin Head. The referee had to go over and say, hey, guys, the play's over.
First down at 10 to the 29-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Hawkins, and now we've got a whistle and a stoppage play.
Timeout, Colorado State. That's their first timeout of the half.
That ain't saying a whole lot with that quarterbacking crew they got with the Chicago Bears. So, well, congratulations to him. Good for him.
Absolutely.
The guys they have in front of him are horrendous. First down at 10 for the 29. Inside handoff to Darrell Scott. He broke the first tackle and continues to push his way forward. Ends up being a gain of a couple of yards on the second carry for the highly touted rookie from California. Matt Rupp made the tackle. Let's see now. Kyle Orton, I think, he gets the start, and I'm losing the kid from Florida, who is the other quarterback for the Bears. But boy, they've had quarterback issues for years now.
Boy, they have.
Second down and 8 for the 27. for the Buffaloes inside Ram territory, moving left to right out of the shotgun. Rex Grossman, that's the guy. Shotgun snap. Again, a handoff to Darryl Scott. He gets hit as soon as he grabs the ball, but still continues to kind of sidestep his way inside the 25, down about the 23-yard line. A 4-yard pickup. Jeff Hrenek is there on the tackle. One of the third down, and it's him about 4.
One of the great stories from the All-Star game involves our own Dave Logan. He was on the All-Star team, and Otto Graham used to always coach the All-Stars.
Right.
He said Graham hadn't put him in all night, so Dave just put his headgear in, ran in, put himself in the game. Graham never knew the difference.
Third down and 4 for the 23. Buffs have not had a lot of success. 1 of 7, make it 1 of 4, I beg your pardon, on third down conversions. Out of the shotgun. Hawkins takes a snap, retreats across the 30, throws over the middle. Josh Smith catches the 10, makes a man miss, and then as the defender fell to the ground, he reached out and grabbed the ankle, did Brandon Owens, of Josh Smith, and hauled him down a gain of 14 yards. First down pickup. It's first down and goal to go for Colorado.
I'm telling you what, Cody Hawkins sometimes, he just amazes you. They brought the house that time, and he had pressure all over. He held his ground and was able to make a perfect pass down to Josh Smith.
First down and goal to go for the 8-yard line. Hawkins out of the shotgun, flanked to his right by Darryl Scott. Takes a snap, fakes the inside handoff, rolls to his right, has room running, ducks the head down, dives to the end zone, and he comes up just shy by about a half a yard or so. Hawkins denied entry into the end zone. There on the tackle was Hrenek once again. Ends up being a scramble pickup.
He's going to take it
about
in.
8 yards, and a quarterback sneak the second time.